Another day, another video, another me in your screen, and now you're probably wondering why is this a person speaking in English? Because the last video was in Spanish, yeah, but I advertised that the next one was going to be English. Because it's a topic that a couple friends want me to explain. They saw the video of this girl, Stephanie So, and they were like, "You should record something, but like with Mexican perspective." And I was like, "What do you mean Mexican perspective? Like, we lived it. We already know what happened. Mexican people already know. The whole country hate that girl. The whole country hate Karla Panini. We hate you. We hate you." But today I'm gonna talk about another thing that probably we're skipping out about that situation, about that topic. And yeah, I decided to pay attention to those friends that are basically two, because the rest was like, I don't care about that thing. It's not relevant for the rest of the world. If it's not gonna save the whales, we know that, but we like the gossip. Everyone loves the gossip, so yeah. So hello, thank you very much. If you already, you know, decided to stay, even if you probably are not going to, just stay. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna, just stay. Stay for me. Stay for the world. Stay for the hate of Karla Panini. And now I'm gonna address, about his, her husband. Sorry, about her husband and his actions in that relationship, you know, because everyone is like, "Oh, Carlo Panini, you did the bad thing." Like, dude, what about him? Like, him is just like this, watching the hate for his wife, like, just, you know, what's for dinner? Like, dude. But well, we have to admit, first of all, we have to admit that Carla Panini, she was the real version of "I want it, I got it." Because, girl, I'm going to have to clap you for that, because you was like, no matter what, that guy is gonna be mine. No matter what. I don't care if I lose people. I don't care if I lose reputation, money, whatever. I'm gonna get that man. What makes me wonder, what is between his legs? For someone to wanting a man so bad, he must have like some huge thing, you know, between his legs. I can't find another explanation, because you can tell me, oh, probably he's a loving husband. Remember what he did. Yeah, probably he's a lovely husband, but he cheated. He cheated on his wife when she was alive, and when she was almost, forever. So yeah, it's just that I was checking, some of the censor stuff, and the D word. Well, a lot of the D words are just, and I'm just trying to skip those. I'm just trying to stay under the radar of YouTube, even though I have like what, 10 views. Thank you, by the way. I love you all. I'm gonna give you cupcakes one day when I learn how to make cupcakes. Or when someone helps me to make cupcakes, or whatever you want. I'm able to give that to you because you're my loyal friends. Well, and now the friends that are probably following me because of this video in English. Thank you very much. And well, let's address the situation. I'm going to make like a tiny summary about it. Everything started the everything started with these two girls, right? Karla Luna and Karla Panini. They were friends. They well, they used to cast TV shows. But that's the thing. I'm from the north of Mexico, like very very close to Nuevo León, where they're from, for what I remember. So they were, broadcasted in TV shows, um, local TV shows. We don't actually call them like pretty local because they can be transmitted in a couple more states here in Mexico. So it's not like only in Nuevo León you're gonna watch those TV shows. No, you can actually find them um, in your cable. For some reason, it's just I remember one day um, watching a couple TV shows that I was like, what are they talking about? We don't have those places in here. And then my brother told me, oh no, they are from Monterrey, so they're talking about that place specifically from Monterrey that we don't have. And I was like, oh, and why is that TV show from Monterrey being transmitted in here? Because apparently we don't have local TV shows here in the place I live. So that's one of the things. Um, so I was pretty young. Have to admit that I was pretty young when I started to, not properly watched those channels. And in this and in the video of Stephanie, she said that she made a very very good investigation about it. But I can understand that because of she's not from Mexico, she couldn't understand some of the gags that those shows have. She said something about the crotch zooms to the girls, like the cameraman just showing the crotch of the girl, shaking for several minutes. It's part of Mexico, you know it's part of the population, because if they wouldn't want to see that, wouldn't be in the TV. So let's address that. Mexican television, it's basically girls crying and girls shaking their booties or their boobies. Because I can use the word with T. I think I will check that. If someone knows, can tell me. Um, but yeah, that's part of the. Oh, I wouldn't say humor because it's not humor. It's just like making a person just a piece of meat. Like, look at this beautiful woman. It will never be yours, but you can watch her on the TV show from Monterrey. Like, thank you very much. Because we don't actually have much of that, and like the CDMX TV shows. Um, I don't know how to explain that actually, because in I don't know if in every state they have like their local channels where they transmit their TV shows. Because I barely know them, and since I haven't watched TV since, I don't know, 2007, something like that. So I'm not a pretty big fan of TV, for to be honest. I just watch. No. No, I'm not. I watch other things on the internet, like naked people. Hey, so keep sending me your pictures. Now you know Now I will explain it. I will explain it probably at the end. But well, no, it's pretty simple. There's a link. I'm gonna put it down below. It's a link where you can upload the picture of your. I was going to say member of your private part if you're a male. This is only for males. I don't think that I'm going to do anyone for women because we're actually not interested. To be honest, if someone like advertise it, I will not send mine. Like no, no, girl. And if it's a man, probably, probably. If someone is going to review it, give me fame. No, I don't need that kind of fame. Or do I? Or do I need it? One day, probably. But yeah. So for starting, those girls started on local TV shows. They become a big hit with the Lavanderas, or Las Lavanderas. That's the name in Spanish. And that was transmitted for what? For seven? I don't remember if it was like 7 years or because, I remember that they were transmitted in Telehit, that it's a channel that well, it was mostly for music stuff, unplugs and music videos, and something about famous people, like, oh, these people is doing that, this people is doing that, like mostly gossip about famous people. And they started to see that comedy was a very big hit on screen. So they started to push a little bit more to the comedy, and they started a couple more shows with very very big names, at least here in Mexico. So it was a surprise for me watching those two girls, the two Carlas, um, because I've never seen them before, to be honest. But they were pretty funny. That's the thing that everyone was very amazed when everything exploded, because they seemed very, very, very good friends, like almost sisters, and they refer each other as sisters, like we're not just friends, we're more than friends, we're like sisters. I will give my life for her. She's been a life-saving person. She's a big support for me and for my family, and it was from both parts. Um so I remember that the first thing started, it was like a presentation of the two of them, and Carla Luna started talking alone on the stage about a situation that she had with the other Carla, with Panini, and that the show, the tour, it wasn't going to finish because of this. Um, so it was pretty weird to see her only her speaking, because most of the time they were just two girls, and then suddenly what, see one speaking about the trouble between them in the middle of a show. So it was kind of odd, but no one knew the situation. Actually, there was like a couple of speculations about uh Luna being sick, because she looked a little bit different. She looked a little bit skinny, a little bit pale, and the people started worried about her health. And then after that, she appears on the TV show. What was the name? I don't even remember the names of those. Because I barely watched them, and I watched them like on what, like 3 or 4 months difference. of like, oh, let's remember this interview from Carla Luna, and I was like, okay. And then she was talking. She was bold. She was completely bold, and she looked beautiful. I have to address that. What bold woman look beautiful. I talked about that in one of my videos. I looked beautiful when I was bold. When not bald, it was more like a shaved cut, but she looked beautiful. But she was sick. She was basically dying because the cancer that she had was very very aggressive, and she said that she was giving the best of her. But imagine die well being dying of cancer. I'm using the D word. Mm, don't erase my video, YouTube, please. So she was talking about this situation and what it was happening with her husband with this Americo. That's his name. Let me check real quickly. Yeah, his name is Américo Garza. And fun fact, Garza is one of the most common last names in Nuevo León. If you know, you know. So, oh, what I'm doing? No, don't go. So, um, we have to address that this guy, Americo, uh, is not innocent in any of this because I've heard like a ton of shade around Karla Panini, and yeah, as I said, she's a horrible person. Like, dude, I know that you can, you know, want something or someone, but sometimes it's just like, can you wait? Like, you will probably have it, and it will, in front of society, will be like, what are you doing? That's your, friend's husband. I mean, no, because that things happen all the time. So seeing that oh, she's so horrible, she must die, she must this, she should be canceled, like, that happened a long time ago. And actually there's nothing against the law, because I was investigating, and I asked a couple friends about that situation, and the only person that committed crime was Americo. Oh, I'm sorry for my phone. Why? I thought I put it on silent. Um, so the only one here that committed a crime was Americo, because he was married and he cheated on his wife. Clear until that. And then past, you know, everything just started to to get blurry when Carla Luna passed away, because uh, you couldn't see them like really together. Because I remember seeing the pictures, the videos of the funeral. I'm sorry, I need to drink water. I try to avoid it because actually the microphone isn't, it's on top of the glass. And I saw the pictures, I saw the videos of both of them, and well, at least at that age, I didn't see like anything proper. Like, oh, they're just two people there. He was a little bit like caring for her, but it's understandable. It was like her best friend. It's understandable. But then you start learning, like, okay, this is happening in front of their families. So, you know, bad luck's everywhere. And but it's just that for me it's not fair that all the hate it's only for Panini when Americo like did the most part. Like, dude, you could have stopped everything. You could have, just say to Panini, you know what? I'm married. I will never betray my wife. Thank you very much for the care that you're putting into me, but no, thank you. Or at least like wait up. Okay, I have feelings for you. I want to go further, or I want to just, okay, request a divorce. Or you know what? My wife is dying. Why if I wait? I will wait till she passed away, and after that, I can remake my life and everything will be just normal. It will be, as I said, it was going to be like a little bit odd, like, why are you dating your you know your ex-wife, your ex-wife's best friend? But it was going to be like totally legal. Let's put it that way. It was going to be totally legal. So that was the big thing. That was the big thing, because everyone is like hating this girl. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I do that too. Well, not that quite, but I have to applaud her for all the things that she did, and um the proud words that she said, that I don't care what you think. I want to be happy. I want to be with my man. Well, she didn't say man. I want to be I want to be with my husband, and I want to have my life and just leave me alone. And I was like, well, yeah, it's a long time ago. But now that everything exploded again, because it's been exploding in several times. Because I remember that one of my friends in Spain got that new like a couple years ago, and he was like, is this true? Like, these two people from Mexico had this situation, and they they weren't acting. It wasn't like a media thing. And I was like, no, it was completely true. That's why the whole country was pretty in shock. Like, did you do that? Yes, she did. But now let's say they both did. You know, I don't know why. It's just I don't understand society sometimes, because we're pointing to one part of the problem. What happened with the other guy? As I said, he could have stopped everything. He could have said, you know what? I don't want it. I don't want trouble. I don't want anything with you. Or just wait up. Or tell your wife, I know you're dying. I know you're sick. I know you feel very, very bad, but I feel bad too, because I don't have the same feelings for you that I have for Panini. So hold up. Everything talking, everything with a very good talk can be fixed. I hope so. Because I really believe that. I don't believe in fights and stuff. I'm a pacifist. One of the fingers are ready. I'm a pacifist. No, there. I'm a pacifist. So I believe that if people talk with each other, they will understand eventually, actually, or not. And anything's perfect. um. So so yeah, that's basically what I wanted to address in this video. A little bit of gossip and a little bit of background that needed to be out there. Because yeah, not all the guilt it's in her, it's in Panini. um and he, like, I can imagine him pretty happy, like, yeah, just say everything to her. I don't care. I'm still having her. She's still my wife. I can do whatever I want. I can be happy without the bullying and all of that. So it's not fair. It's just not fair. Let's hate them both. That's my only request for everyone. If you want to hate her, okay, but you know he's an even worse person. Don't you think? Don't you think? If he's not like in this level, he's like up here. Like, come on, he's a piece of crap. I don't know what we're doing in there. And as I was saying, there must be something with this guy that it was like the most wanted thing from from both of them, from the two Carlas, from the two Carlas. So yeah, that was the. And actually, I was going to do it like one in English, one in Spanish. But my only fan that he is been like um well, he said it to me like, I'm your fan. So he was very curious about um how I was going to make a video in English, because he always listens to me in Spanish, and he is not very he's pretty shy. So imagine him speaking in English. He understand that he can speak it and all of that, but he do not feel comfortable speaking in English, and I completely understand that. So I was like, okay, so this will be one of um, the hints for you to hear me in English. So that's also this video has a lot of proper. What about that? So probably that's gonna be everything for this video. Thank you very much. If you stayed the whole thing, thank you very much. Um, if you liked it, you can subscribe. I will if you liked it, I will check the graphics, and probably I can do another video in English. Or it's just that in my head is like, you need to create another channel that should be only for English speakers or listeners, um because a lot of people is not going to be happy with you mixing languages. What can I say? um oh no, the flu. Ooh, don't come. Ooh, oh, but it went away. I avoid a sneeze. That's my technique to avoid a sneeze. Ooh, it worked. It worked. How to avoid a sneeze. Now now there's a tutorial. How to avoid a sneeze in one step. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. Well, thank you very much again for everything. You know that you can subscribe. You know that you can click the like button if you like it, and you can click the this one. You can click this one or this one, and you can comment. Um, you can whatever you wanted to do. You can be happy. I'm sure you can be happy, and thank you so much. And I hope one day having enough subscribers to be a partner in this beautiful organization called YouTube. Let's be friends. One of my friends told me, why don't you make videos for kids? Yeah, but another kind of way. That sounded bad. Not that bad. But well, thanks again. I hope you enjoyed us. I hope you had a beautiful day, beautiful night, whatever you're having right now. And I don't know what else. Thank you very much. Goodbye, and see you on the next one.